Listen up, you don't have time to be weak. Time is not your friend. It's not sitting around waiting for you to get your act together. Every tick of the clock, every breath you take is a moment you'll never get back. You think you've got years to chase your dreams? You don't. You think you can wait for the perfect day, the perfect mood, the perfect plan? There ain't one. Life is happening right now, and it's moving fast, faster than you realize. Weakness is a luxury you can't afford. Not today, not ever. Let me paint you a picture. I've been where you are. I've stood in the dark, staring at a mountain of doubt, feeling like the weight of the world was crushing me. I've heard that voice in my head, the one that says, "You're not enough. You're too tired, too broke, too scared." That voice is loud, it's convincing. But let me tell you something, it's a liar. It's a thief, stealing your future, your purpose, your strength. And you know what? You don't have time to listen to it. Strength isn't something you're born with. It's not a gift handed to you on a silver platter. Strength is built. It's forged in the moments when you want to quit but don't. It's carved out of the choices you make when no one's watching. You want to know who's responsible for your life? Look in the mirror. Nobody's coming to save you. Not your parents, not your friends, not some stroke of luck. You are the architect of your destiny. You are the one who decides whether you rise or fall. And you don't have time to wait for someone else to lift you up. Fear is the enemy of strength. It's the shadow that creeps in when you're about to take a leap. It whispers, "What if you fail? What if you're not good enough?" Let me tell you something about fear. It's a coward. It only has power if you give it power. I've been afraid. I've stood at the edge of big decisions, knees shaking, heart pounding, wondering if I'd make it. But here's the secret. You don't overcome fear by waiting for it to disappear. You overcome it by walking straight through it. You feel the fear, and you do it anyway. Because you don't have time to let fear hold you back. Discipline is where strength lives. You think motivation is enough? Motivation is fleeting. It's a spark that fades. Discipline is the fire that keeps burning. It's getting up when you're exhausted. It's doing the work when you'd rather sleep. It's saying no to distractions and yes to your purpose. I've had days where every bone in my body screamed to give up, to take the easy road. But I learned that the easy road leads nowhere. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Build that bridge one step at a time, every single day. You don't have time to be lazy. And don't run from failure. Don't you dare let it define you. I've fallen hard. I've hit rock bottom, tasted the dirt, felt the sting of defeat. But every fall taught me something. Every scar is a story of survival. Failure isn't the end, it's the beginning of wisdom. It's the map that shows you where to go next. When you fall, you don't stay down. You get up, you dust yourself off, and you keep moving. Because you don't have time to wallow in what went wrong. You've got a purpose. Deep down, you know it. Maybe it's buried under years of doubt, under a pile of, "I can't and I'm not ready." But it's there, waiting for you to claim it. Your purpose is your fire. It's the reason you get up in the morning. The reason you keep going when everything says stop. Find it, fight for it. Let it burn so bright that nothing, not fear, not failure, not the world, can put it out. When you know your why, you'll find your how. You don't have time to drift through life without direction. Excuses are the language of weakness. "I'm too busy, I don't have the money. I'll do it tomorrow, stop it." The world doesn't care about your reasons. It doesn't owe you a thing. You want something, go get it. You're tired? So what? You're broke? Figure it out. You're scared? Join the club. Everyone's scared, but the strong keep moving. Excuses are chains, and you don't have time to be chained down. Let me tell you about a moment that changed me. I was young, lost, chasing things that didn't matter. I was running in circles, thinking I had all the time in the world. Then life hit me hard, showed me how fragile it all is. I realized I was wasting my shot. I had to decide, was I going to keep making excuses, or was I going to take control? I chose control. I chose strength. I chose to fight for every single day. And I'm telling you, you've got to make that same choice. Look around you. The world is moving. People are out there chasing their dreams, building their lives, while you're sitting there wondering if you're enough. You are enough, but only if you act like it. You don't have time to second-guess yourself. You don't have time to wait for permission. You don't have time to be weak. So here's what you do. Stand up. Right now. Look yourself in the eye and decide who you're going to be. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Choose strength. Choose courage. Choose to live like you mean it. Every day is a battle, and you've got to show up ready to fight. You've got to grind, push, and claw your way to the life you want. Nobody's going to hand it to you, but you're tougher than you know. You're stronger than the storms that try to break you. This is your moment. Not some far-off day in the future. Right here, right now. Take it. Own it. Live it. Because you don't have time to be weak. You've got a life to build, a purpose to chase, a legacy to leave. Get up. Get moving. Make it count. Listen up. Time is slipping through your fingers right now. You think you've got years to chase your dreams, to fix your mistakes, to become who you're meant to be? You don't. Every second you spend hesitating, every moment you let doubt or fear hold you back is a piece of your life you'll never get back. Time doesn't wait. It doesn't pause because you're scared or tired. It's a train moving full speed, and if you're not on board, it's leaving without you. You don't have time to be weak. Weakness is sitting around, waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. It's telling yourself, I'll start tomorrow, while tomorrow turns into next week, next month, next year. Let me tell you something, tomorrow ain't promised. Right now, this breath, this heartbeat, is all you've got for sure. You want to make something of yourself. You want to live a life that matters? Then stop wasting time. Stop letting excuses steal your future. I've seen it. I've felt it. That moment when you realize you let time slip away, chasing things that don't matter, hiding from the hard stuff. It's a gut punch. But here's the truth. You can't rewind the clock, but you can decide right now to make every second count. Strength is choosing to act, to move, to fight for your purpose, while the clock's still ticking. You don't have time to wallow. You don't have time to doubt. You've got a fire inside you. Use it. Grab this moment right here and run with it. Because time, it's not your friend. It's your deadline. Make it count. Listen up. Nobody's coming to save you. You hear me? Nobody. Not your family, not your friends, not some stroke of luck falling from the sky. Your life, your dreams, your future, they're on you. Personal responsibility is the line between who you are and who you're meant to be. You don't have time to wait for someone else to fix your mess or hand you a victory. Weakness is pointing fingers, blaming the world, saying if only things were different. Strength is looking in the mirror and saying, this is on me. I've been there. I've stood at the crossroads wanting to blame everyone else for why I wasn't moving forward. The system, the circumstances, the people around me. It's easy to make excuses, but excuses are chains. They keep you stuck, small, weak. The moment you own your choices, your mistakes, your path, that's when you start building something real. You want to know who's responsible for your success? You are. You want to know who's responsible for getting up after you fall? You are. Nobody else can carry that weight. Take a hard look at your life. Every decision you've made, every step you've taken or didn't take, brought you right here. And every decision you make from this moment forward will shape what's next. You don't have time to sit around feeling sorry for yourself. You don't have time to wait for the world to give you permission. Strength is taking the wheel, even when the road's rough, even when you're scared, even when you don't know where it's leading. Own it. Every single day, choose to be the one who makes it happen. Because if you don't take responsibility for your life, someone else will, and you won't like where they take you. Stand up. Own your fight. Make it count. Listen up. Fear is a liar, and it's holding you back. You know that feeling? Heart pounding, palms sweating, that voice in your head screaming, what if you fail? What if you're not enough? Fear wants you to stay small, to stay safe, to stay weak. But you don't have time for that. You don't have time to let fear run your life. Strength isn't the absence of fear. It's walking straight through it, eyes wide open, ready to fight. I've been there, standing at the edge of something big, my knees shaking, my mind racing with every reason why I couldn't do it. I felt fear so heavy it was like carrying a boulder on my chest. But here's the truth. Fear only wins if you let it. It's a shadow, not a wall. It's a feeling, not a fact. You don't wait for fear to disappear because it never will. You face it. You stare it down. You take that first step, even when your legs are trembling, because the other side of fear is where your life begins. You want to know how to overcome fear? Move, act, do something. Anything. The moment you take action, fear starts to lose its grip. It's not about feeling ready. It's about choosing to go anyway. Every time you push through, you get stronger. Every time you say, I'm scared, but I'm doing this, you build courage. You don't have time to sit around overthinking, letting fear write your story. Your dreams, your purpose, your future, they're waiting on the other side of that fear. So what's it going to be? You going to let fear keep you chained, or are you going to break free? Right now, today, decide, take that step, make that call, start that dream. Fear's going to be there whispering its lies, Let it whisper. You just keep moving, because you don't have time to be weak. You've got a life to claim, and it starts when you tell fear, not today. Get up, face it, make it count. Listen up. Discipline is where strength is born. You think strength is a feeling, a burst of energy that carries you to the finish line? Wrong. That's motivation, and motivation fades like smoke. Discipline is the fire that keeps burning. The muscle you build when you show up day after day, no matter what. You don't have time to wait for the mood to strike. You don't have time to be weak. Strength is what you forge when you choose to do the work, even when every fiber of you wants to quit. I've had days where getting up felt impossible. Days where the world seemed to say, stay down, take it easy, nobody cares. But I learned something. The easy road leads nowhere. Discipline is what turns dreams into reality. It's getting up when you're exhausted. It's saying no to distractions and yes to your purpose. It's grinding when nobody's watching, when the results aren't there yet, when all you've got is faith in the process. That's strength. You want to know what separates the ones who make it from the ones who don't? Discipline. It's not talent, not luck, not some magic moment. It's the choice to keep going when it's hard, when it's boring, when it hurts. You don't have time to half-step through life. Every day you skip, every time you cut corners, you're cheating yourself. Discipline is your promise to yourself that you're not here to play small. It's the bridge between where you are and where you're going. So what's it gonna be? You gonna wait for inspiration, or are you gonna build strength through discipline? Start now. Make the choice today. Right this second. Do the work, stick to the plan, show up when it's tough. Because discipline isn't just strength, it's power. It's you telling the world, I'm not stopping. You don't have time to be weak. You've got a life to build, and it starts with discipline. Get up. Stay focused, make it count. Listen up. Failure isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. You think falling down means you're done? Wrong. Every time you stumble, every time you crash, you're not losing, you're learning. You don't have time to be weak, to let failure define you or stop you cold. Strength is getting back up, dusting yourself off and saying, I'm not done yet. Failure is the forge where your character is shaped, where you find out what you're really made of. I've been there. Face in the dirt, heart heavy, wondering if I'd ever get it right. I've failed. Big, messy, public failures that stung like nothing else. But every scar taught me something. Every misstep showed me a better path. Failure isn't the end, it's the map to something greater. You don't grow in the easy moments, in the wins that come cheap. You grow when you're tested, when you're broken, when you have to claw your way back. That's where strength lives. You're gonna fall. Accept it. The road to anything worth having is littered with setbacks. But you don't have time to wallow, to cry about what went wrong. Each failure is a lesson, a chance to get sharper, tougher, wiser. You take the hit, you study it, you move forward. You don't let it break you, you let it build you. The world doesn't care about your losses, it respects your comeback. So what's it gonna be? You gonna hide from failure? Or you gonna embrace it? You gonna let it stop you or use it as fuel? Right now, decide. That dream you're chasing, that life you want, it's on the other side of failure. Every time you fall, you're one step closer to getting it right. You don't have time to fear the fall. You don't have time to be weak. Get up, learn the lesson, keep moving. Because failure isn't your story's end. It's the beginning of your victory. Stand tall, embrace it, make it count. Listen up. You've got a fire inside you, a purpose, a reason you're here. It's not just about waking up and going through the motions. It's about knowing your day and letting it drive every step you take. You don't have time to be weak, to drift through life without direction. Purpose-driven action is what separates those who dream from those who do. You don't have time to wait for clarity to find you. You've got to dig deep, find that spark, and let it set your soul ablaze. I've been lost before, wandering, chasing things that didn't matter, feeling empty even when I won. But then I found my why, that one thing that made every struggle worth it, that kept me up at night, that pushed me when I wanted to quit. Your purpose is your compass. It's the voice that says, keep going, when the world says, give up. It's not about money or fame. It's about what makes you feel alive, what makes you want to fight. You know it's there, buried under doubt, fear, or distraction. Find it, claim it. Purpose without action is nothing. You can have the biggest dreams, the clearest vision, but if you're not moving, you're wasting it. Action is how you honor your purpose. It's the late nights, the early mornings, The moments you push through exhaustion because you know why you're doing it. You don't have time to sit around waiting for the right moment. Your purpose demands you act now. Every step you take, every choice you make, let it be fueled by that fire inside you. So what's it going to be? You going to let your purpose stay a whisper, or you going to let it roar? Right now, decide. Find your why and run toward it with everything you've got. Let it guide you, push you, make you unstoppable. You don't have time to be weak. You've got a purpose to live, a fight to win. Get up, act on it, make it count. Listen up. Excuses are the language of weakness, and you don't have time for that. I'm too tired. I don't have the money. It's not the right time. Stop it. Every excuse you make is a brick in the wall between you and your dreams. You think the world cares about your reasons? It doesn't. Life keeps moving, and if you're standing still, pointing fingers at why you can't, you're getting left behind. You don't have time to be weak. You don't have time for excuses. I've been there. I've told myself every story in the book, why it wasn't my fault, why it was too hard, why I couldn't start yet. But here's the truth. Excuses don't build anything but regret. They're chains, keeping you stuck, keeping you small. The moment you say no more, you start breaking free. You're tired, push through. You're broke, find a way. You're scared, do it scared. Strength is taking responsibility for your life, no matter what's in your way. The world owes you nothing. You hear me? Nothing. You want something, success, respect, a life that means something. You've got to take it. Nobody's going to hand it to you. Every time you make an excuse, you're handing over your power. You're saying, I'm not in control, but you are. You choose what you do next. You choose whether to act or to complain. You don't have time to whine about what's not fair. You don't have time to wait for perfect conditions. So what's it going to be? You going to keep building that wall of excuses, or you going to tear it down? Right now, decide. Own your choices. Own your struggles. Own your fight. Every step you take without an excuse is a step towards strength. You're tougher than you think, but you've got to prove it. Drop the reasons, drop the blame. Pick up your purpose and move. Because you don't have time to be weak. You've got a life to claim. Get up. No excuses. Make it count.